Hello world, Wurbly here. Welcome to episode 1 on the Wurbly Barburbly realm, a survival series in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. As a disclaimer, this realm has been active for a few months, so progress has already been made, but it is still in the early stages of exploration and survival. Anyway, I plan to spend this episode giving you a quick tour of my starter base and to visit my wife's base. There are currently 3 members on this realm, including myself, and we'll be playing together from time to time. I intend to add members in the near future, some of whom may also record their own series. Either that or they'll appear in future episodes of my series. Well, hello. Sorry about that. As I was saying, we should be seeing some more friends in the near future, and with any luck, we'll have extra content coming from this realm. With that in mind, let's just jump right into it. Since I'm playing in the Bedrock Edition, I'm still sorting out issues with my recording software. Unfortunately, OBS failed to record audio for the first several episodes, so there won't be any in-game music or sound effects. Anyway, I have a few pets to introduce. First is Reginald. He has a missing brother named Barnaby, and I'm still looking for him. Next is Stanley. Last is my cats. They haven't been named yet because I've run out of name tags. Right over here is, oh, I thought I closed this. Forget you saw anything. So down here is my skeleton horse. I'm still trying to choose a name, also still need name tags. Through this door is my netherwart farm. It's not fancy, but I get plenty of use out of it. There are caves around the corner down here that I've already explored, but I haven't decided what to do with that area yet. My enchanting room is in a massive hole over here by Stanley. I plan on covering this hole with a glass dome at some point, but that's a project for another day. Rounding this corner, we find my villager trading hall. I set up this lever to close all these trap doors so I could prevent raid spawns from shooting my villagers. This pit started as my sheep collector, but he made some friends. Now it holds zombie villagers and chickens, I guess. My wife was inspired by Grian to dig a tunnel that connects our bases. I added minecart collection and launch points to each of our bases. There were a few water sources in this cave that I decided to keep as simple water features. My bedroom is across the room here, up the staircase near the entrance. Oh, it looks like my wife left me a note. Oh sweet, let me just straighten up my first diamond. Moving on, I'll just double check that, yeah, it's closed now. If we cross the room again and go down these stairs, we'll find my storage area. It's still a work in progress. I'm trying to adapt Rapscallion's multi-item sorter, the one Cubfan used in Hermitcraft, into the Bedrock Edition. Hopefully I can figure it out. If I do, I'll be installing it down here. Back through this entrance, you'll see my nether portal. I placed this chest here to store obsidian and nether items, but my storage is currently in complete disarray. In fact, I have most of my unsorted stuff stored in my guest bedroom's chests. And since I have a cave base, I just dug a staircase down to diamond level and have begun setting up my strip mine. Unfortunately, I have found more emerald ore than diamond ore so far. This tunnel had 2 emerald ore within 12 blocks of each other, I think. The realm currently has no stores or economy, so the lack of diamonds isn't much of an issue right now, though. Returning upstairs, if I take a right and descend these other stairs, we'll find my farming area. I have a large clearing where I intend to build Tango's sugarcane farm. Right now I have to make do with some really awful farms. Behind this ugly cobblestone wall is my kelp farm. It's fairly productive, but not overwhelmingly. I started with just 1 kelp though, and now I have all this. Speaking of farming, I need to take care of some of that, but I'll do it off camera. So I planned to head to my wife's base immediately, but I decided to do a few more things first. I cleared out my inventory because it was too full to completely harvest my farms. Now if you've noticed the names of my tools, then I'll explain. I played and thoroughly enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII Remake. When Tifa asks Cloud for wardrobe advice, his dialogue options are the names I chose. Each one changes the outfit that Tifa wears during the Don Corneo segment. So the sword is something sporty, the silk pick is something mature, and the fortune pick is something exotic. The Pillager banner next to Stanley is hiding my chicken farm. I'll be reworking that in a later episode. I keep my cow pen beside Reginald, and I store their mob drops in the barrels above them. Right now, I have a bunch of uncooked chicken. That's what I'll be fixing. Finally, we have the main sources of sugarcane. My first farm is hidden behind this stone. It works, but I have to get most of my sugarcane from outside. As you can see, I've planted a ton, and there's more hiding out of sight. It's not fun to harvest. But without further ado, let's give these guys some air, then we'll head to my wife's base. This tunnel hasn't been decorated at all. I will probably do something about that in the future. And here's where the problem starts. I kept hearing illagers, particularly ravagers. We'll get back to that. In the meantime, let me give you a bit of a view. When recording the first several episodes, we had a resource pack that tried to resemble Optifine, so that's why the grass looks this way. I have since replaced it with a pack that has normal grass but better glass. My wife chose the scenic starting area, but for the time being she's been focused on function over form. Consequently, she has much better infrastructure than I do. The other member of our realm set up his starting base near my wife's. Let me take care of this creeper, then I'll show you. Initially, he dug a hole directly below my wife's house and placed his bed there. My wife evicted him by gathering his belongings and setting them outside, so he just built a dirt hut on top of her house. When she found it, she dug a small cave behind her house and then moved all of his belongings there. But as much as I enjoyed touring this area, the illagers were still bugging me, so I decided to try and find them, and then to fight them. And it didn't go well for me. But I'll let this time-lapse do the talking. So I died. A lot. It took me nearly 20 minutes of digging and mining to find where that pocket of villagers was to begin with, and then they just exploded out and got me the first time. I swear one guy was actually a ghost. All I know is that I died, and when I returned, there was nothing but a pile of emeralds. Even when I rolled back the footage frame by frame, there was nothing there. Spooky. So I came out here to return the items I borrowed. I lost a few of the things, so I will have to replace them later. So we're back in my base. There's something here that I wanted to show you, which I forgot to mention earlier. When I found this cave, I actually found a spider spawner directly below me, and I dug down into it, set it up to automatically kill the spiders and to collect their drops. So now that I've given you the tour, I figured I'd take some time to tell you what my future plans are. I intend to build a large-scale survival base that will be my permanent residence in the future. However, in the short term, I plan on doing some small redstone projects in order to make my starter base more survival friendly. The next episode will be a redstone project, and I will leave you with a teaser for that at the end of this episode. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today. I'll see you all next week for episode 2. Later!